feel like I'm telling a little bedtime story. There was a study that started to make headlines in 2002 called the Women's Health Initiative. This study was undertaken by a major pharmaceutical company. There's no conflict, so I'm just going to tell you the people who make Premarin and Provera, thinking that they were going to show how fabulous their hormones were and how come every woman should be on these hormones. So they undertook a study, and it was what is considered the gold standard of studies, a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial. Okay? And when you do a blinded trial that way, you can't have women who aren't feeling well, because then they would know which group they're in. If they were being given hormones, they would feel better, and then they would know that they were in that group, and it wouldn't be a blinded trial. So, believe me, I can talk for a whole hour just on this topic, so I'm trying to give you the bottom line, okay? So if I leave you with questions, forgive me, and I promise to answer them. So, they took women who had gone through menopause many years before. Most of them, on average age of these women were in their 60s, mid-60s. Long time since they'd gone through menopause, and they put them on these particular hormones. So the bottom line of this study, which showed that the women who got Premarin and Provera, they were taking oral estrogen and a non-bioidentical progestin, not natural progesterone, that group had an increased trend. There were additional cases of breast cancer in that group. I'm just going to cut to the chase and tell you that it's been shown in multiple large studies, including studies in Europe, which our FDA doesn't look at that data, that it's the non-natural progestins that do increase the risk of breast cancer. Natural progesterone does not do that. That has been shown in several large studies.
When you talk about natural progesterone, do you mean bioidentical?
I'm talking bioidentical, exactly. That is correct. The other issue, which is not our main topic tonight, but is really important. So breast cancer is the #2 killer of women. It's the #1 cancer death, but the main killer of women is cardiovascular disease, and that is increased with oral estrogen as opposed to through your skin. So that's another take-home point, is that when we use estrogen through our skin, we are generally, with Premarin comes from horses, so therefore it's natural, but it's not bioidentical. It's nothing similar to what actually is made by our ovaries. That in those settings, which was shown by the other part of the Women's Health Initiative, the part where they were on Premarin and Provera was stopped. The women who were only on Premarin, that part was continued. Those women had less breast cancer. There were fewer cases of breast cancer. This took until about last year to make it even into my medical literature, and it just still hasn't made it out there, right? That's just not what the media covers. The media needs scary, sensational headlines in order to sell copies, or nowadays to get you to visit the website. So that's why that's one of my biggest passions, is having women at least not be afraid. It's not that every woman needs to go there with hormone balancing, but if she's not feeling really great, if you're not feeling like your best self, and this is what I want to kind of wrap us up with, and then we'll open it up for questions, is that it really is worth taking care of yourself. It's not frivolous. It's not vanity. It's important. If we want to really get out there and heal the world, we have to start with ourselves.